now on page 7, talking about the testing. With the Richardson safety trolley, there's no reason to start your testing out with 250 pounds to start with. If for some reason the trolley doesn't make it all the way in, which I recommend that you follow our guide to which pin placement to start with, and then send down test weights in the 30-pound range. That way you can have your spring system there, and the trolley can come in a little bit faster if you move it just ahead a little bit or closer to the wheel. Then you don't have to absorb all the energy of a 250-pound rider. You'll notice in the videos that we have, when we add weight with our Richardson safety trolleys, they actually go slower. And there's other factors that are going to be in there. You might have winds and different things that are playing factors, and you need to be aware of that. That's part of your training. One course that we investigated, and they lost a lot of money, was a course where they didn't pay attention to the wind. And they were having wind gusts of 60 miles per hour and sustained speeds of 35. And the young lady didn't make it. She passed away on this course. And so, you know, train, and use your rescue training as part of your training. If I was to come out and teach at your course and work with your staff, I would spend at least 4 hours on the standards, the ones that you were inspected to, that you're a third-party inspector, and I'd make sure that these individuals knew the standards. If it was me and I was the owner, I'd walk around and ask kids, that had just passed your test, got on your course, whatever, ask them, if they know something. If they do, hand them a $20 bill or something, for, doing due diligence and knowing, some of the most important things are braking and your speed and making sure there's no objects that the patron can run into or the participants. You want to make sure that you are training and testing. Braking failures is number one, in my book anyway, and I've heard from other companies, insurance companies, that say training is number one. Well, it's all related. It's all related. But all the accidents that have been serious enough to where I've been able to take them on have been braking related. And they're at some places that should know better about training, ski resorts and other places like that should know that training is the most important thing for staff. So train. Brake pad changes, we've covered that, but I do want to reiterate, the manual has a image on there. You can see the 3D trolley that I drew on SolidWorks, and the red section in there is that hole that I was showing you. Within that bolt circle, you'll wear through the brake pad at some point, and that's when you need to make a brake change. You're not going to see the pin because the pin's on the opposite side, or adjacent to it, and so you're going to want to just keep an eye on that. Every time a person goes down the course, and you got to watch that. You got to pay attention to, how much wear you're putting through this brake. I mean, it's good material, and we have other coefficients of friction that can work as well with different applications, steeper applications. One of our applications, we put it on a 17-inch or a 17-degree slope, and we were, I think, in pin placement 2. We changed the brake material and moved us all the way back to about pin placement 8 with that brake material because it was a higher coefficient of friction. So once again, you want to train. You want to do your training with all, with stuff like this, with the videos, things that will make your course safer. And you can do that at zipsafe.org.